Good morning, all you beautiful people. It's March the 27th, 2023. Probably 5:30 a.m., something like that. So I swore up and down I wasn't going to say anything about the weather, what I'm going to do later in the day, or what time of day it is when I put videos out, because it seems like every time I try to put a video out and I say something about what's going to happen, the video never gets loaded up until after the event or like at the same time or whatever. I'm just jammering on. Okay, this video is going to be longer for you who like that. It's great. For the ones who don't, I do apologize. Guys, before we get started, can you go and hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. When it's over, leave a comment and share. But this video is talking about the Amber Alert. I may or may not give my opinion throughout the video, during the statements that I'm going to be reading off. But please watch till the end, because there's more to it than just this in the beginning, okay? Because we're going to be talking more about different Amber Alerts that have happened in Tennessee and what went on after those Amber Alerts were issued. My biggest thing is I'm still trying to figure out, without the proper protocol, why did they issue an Amber Alert for summerwells? I am not complaining that they issued it. I am more than overwhelmed. I'm tickled to death that they issued the Amber Alert. I'm just trying to figure out what is going on, because something's not right, because there are certain criterias that are supposed to be in place so that the public can help, and her case did not meet that criteria. Anyways, let's get on with this, and I'll talk more about it here in a minute. Okay, first up we have, where and why did Amber Alerts first start? The Amber Alert system began in 1996 when Dallas-Fort Worth broadcasters teamed up with local police to develop an early warning system to help find abducted children. AMBER is an acronym for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response and was created as a legacy to 9-year-old Amber Hagerman, who was kidnapped while riding her bicycle in Arlington, Texas, and then brutally red-rummed. Other states and communities soon set up their own Amber plans as the idea was adopted across the nation. Every successful Amber plan contains clearly defined activation criteria. The following guidance is designed to achieve a uniform and interoperable network of plans across the country and to minimize potentially deadly delays because of confusion among varying jurisdictions. How does it work? Once law enforcement has determined that a child has been abducted and the abduction meets Amber Alert criteria, law enforcement notifies broadcasters and state transportation officials. Amber Alerts interrupt regular programming and are broadcast on radio and television and DOT highway signs. Amber Alerts can also be redisseminated through lottery, digital billboards, internet ad exchanges, internet service providers, internet search engines, as well as wireless devices such as mobile phones. How effective has it been? The Amber Alert program, as of January the 2nd, 2023, has contributed to the recovery of 1,127 children, and wireless emergency alerts results in the rescue of 131 children. There are 82 Amber Alert plans throughout the United States. Amber Alerts also serve as deterrents to those who would prey upon our children. Amber Alert cases have shown that some predators release the abducted child after hearing Amber Alert. Who is the national coordinator for Amber Alert, and what is the coordinator's role? The Assistant Attorney General for the Office of Justice Programs, U.S. Department of Justice, serves as the National Amber Alert Coordinator. The role of the National Coordinator is to facilitate the development of the Amber Network, support the development of state Amber plans and efforts, help eliminate geographic gaps in Amber Network, provide regional Amber Network coordination, and provide guidance on criteria for issuing Amber Alert. What are the criteria for issuing an Amber Alert? Each state Amber Alert plans include its own criteria for issuing Amber Alert. The PROTECT Act passed in 2003, which established the role of Amber Alert Coordinator within the Department of Justice, calls for the Department of Justice to issue minimum standards or guidelines for Amber Alerts that state can adopt voluntarily. The department's guidance on criteria for issuing Amber Alerts is as follows. 1. There is reasonable belief by law enforcement that an abduction has occurred. The law enforcement agency believes that the child's in imminent danger or serious bodily injury or death. 3. There is enough descriptive information about the victim and the abductor for law enforcement to issue an Amber Alert to assist in the recovery of the child. 4. The abduction is of a child aged 17 years or younger. 5. The child's name and other critical data elements, including the child abduction flag, have been entered into the National Crime Information Center (NCIC) system. Most state guidelines adhere closely to the Department of Justice's recommendation guidelines. Are Amber Alerts issued for all missing children? Amber Alerts are issued for abducted children that meet the Amber Alert criteria. Amber Alert is only one tool that law enforcement can use to find abducted children. Amber Alerts are used in the most serious cases that meet the Amber criteria. Overuse of Amber Alerts could result in the public becoming desensitized to alerts when they are issued. Are there additional resources for law enforcement to use when they receive the report of a critically missing child? The Department of Justice launched an initiative in 2006 to train child abduction response teams, the CART, nationwide, which are designed to assist local law enforcement agencies when they respond to incidences of missing and abducted children. The teams include regional law enforcement investigators, forensic experts, Amber Alert coordinators, search and rescue professionals, policymakers, crime intelligence analysis, victim service providers, and other interagency resources. Amber Alerts are issued when a child abduction meets the specific Amber Alert criteria. However, CART can be issued for all missing children cases. As of November 1st, 2022, over 9,200 CART program members have been trained through completion of classroom, virtual, or online training or self-paced CART training. Those trained represent CART program reach across 48 U.S. states and territories, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the Bahamas and Canada. To date, the Amber Alert Training and Technical Assistance Program, the AATTAP, has confirmed the active status of 132 teams, with 31 of those teams having completed the U.S. DOJ CART certification process. To learn more about this incentive and locate CART-specific program resources, information on best practices, and the certification process, please visit the Amber Advocate website at CART Resource Collection. Amber Alerts are activated in the most serious child abduction cases. The goal of an Amber Alert is to instantly galvanize the community to assist in the search for and safe recovery of missing children. These alerts are broadcast through radio, TV, road signs, cell phones, and other data-enabled devices. The Amber Alert system is being used in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, Indian Country, Puerto Rico, and the U.S., Virgin Islands, and 27 other countries. I thought an Amber Alert was like, okay, someone is missing. Let's find this person. Let's get this face out there, he said. That's what I thought an Amber Alert was. Now, before we go on, I want to reread this sentence to you guys out of one of those last statements. It says, the goal of an Amber Alert is to instantly galvanize the community to assist in the search for and and it goes on to say safe return of the child. But listen, instantly, it's an adverb. At once, immediately, she fell asleep almost instantly, galvanize, to shock or excite someone into taking action. The urgency of his voice galvanized them into action. Community, a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. The scientific community. The second definition is a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals, as in looking for a child. To assist, it's a verb, it's to help someone, typically by doing a share of the work. A senior academic would assist him in this work. Search, it's a verb. Try to find something by looking or otherwise seeking carefully and thoroughly. I searched among the rocks, but there was nothing. Yes, that rock was unfounded. Guys, I wasn't trying to act like that anybody didn't have a definition of what those words were. My point being is that TBI, Ronnie Lawson, whoever it is that actually set that Amber Alert in place and then said nobody could know anything, nobody could search, everybody just needed to stay out of it. Those are the definitions of what you are supposed to do when an Amber Alert is put out. I'm just trying to get everything straight and clear in my own head. Now, the rest of this video, I was going to use different cases in the state of Tennessee to make my point, because within the state of Tennessee, the criteria is all the same. But I'm just going to use the Carlie Trent case because we can't get closer to Summer's case than a case almost identical to hers. The only difference was it happened 6 years prior. There was a different TBI spokesperson, which was, I believe his name was Josh Devine, and Carlie was 4 years older than Summer. Physical description, same hometown, same sheriff, same people who lived there. I mean, I'm sure some have come and gone, but basically everything is exactly the same, except how the Amber Alert and how Hawkins County law enforcement, how the TBI handled it. Now let me read over this real quick to you, and then I'll come back. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation issues Amber Alert for missing 9-year-old Carlie Trent. Rogersville, Tennessee. A Middle and East Tennessee Amber Alert has been issued by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation on behalf of the Rogersville Police Department for 9-year-old Carlie Trent. Carlie was removed from school yesterday by her uncle by marriage, Gary Simpson, under false pretenses. He has no custodial rights to Carlie. Currently, their whereabouts are unknown. Carlie is 4 foot 8 inches tall, weighs 75 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a black and gray tank top and blue jeans. Simpson is a 57-year-old white male, 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing 157 pounds. He is balding and has brown hair and eyes. He was last seen wearing a brown cap, a dark colored shirt, and jeans. He was last seen driving a white 2002 Dodge conversion van with Tennessee registration, and it gives the tag number. The van has a dark stripe down the middle with light gold running boards, and paint is chipping off the hood. Warrants have been issued for Simpson for kidnapping. If you have seen this child, subject, or vehicle, please call the Rogersville Police Department and or 1-800-TBI-FIND. And it gives Carlie's picture. It gives a complete description of her, what she was wearing, everything. It gives a complete description of the person who abducted her, his description, physical description. It gives a picture of the vehicle. It gives a complete description, including the tag number, a dark stripe down the side. There's paint chips coming off the hood. I mean, people, come on. You can't ask, well, you probably could ask for a little bit more description, but that was, that's what they had, and that's what they gave the public. It says Carlie went missing on May the 4th after her uncle by marriage removed her without permission. Okay, the TBI said Rogersville is in the mountains of East Tennessee. Authorities thought that's where they would find them, perhaps camping. Okay, and then it says an Amber Alert, alternatively styled Amber Alert, or a child abduction emergency alert. Same code, CAE, is a message distributed by a child abduction alert system to ask the public for helping in finding abducted children. That's what Amber Alert is for, is to ask the public to help. The system originated in the United States. It says, what do you do during an Amber Alert? If you hear an Amber Alert, watch for the child, the suspect, and the vehicle described in the alert. So we're supposed to get some kind of a description of either a person or a vehicle that a child that has an Amber Alert on them has been taken in. It says immediately report any sightings by calling 911 or the telephone number included with the alert. Do not call 911 to request information about the abduction. It says what the public should do. The public plays an essential role in the success of the Amber Alert. The plan relies on the public to help locate abducted children before it's too late. If you witness a child abduction, call 911 immediately to report it quickly. Be sure to make note of important information such as the physical characteristics of the child and suspect, the make and model of any vehicles that may be involved, including the license plate numbers if possible, and the precise location of the abduction. If you hear an Amber Alert, watch for the child, the suspect, and vehicle description in the alert. Immediately report any sightings by calling 911 or the telephone number included with the alert. Do not call 911 to request information of the abduction or about the abduction. It says what happens after an Amber Alert. Once law enforcement has determined, now listen to that, guys. Once law enforcement has determined that a child has been abducted and the abduction meets the Amber Alert criteria, law enforcement notifies broadcasters and state transportation officials. Amber Alerts interrupt regular programming and are broadcast on radio, television, and DOT highway signs. Amber plans require law enforcement to confirm, you hear that? Confirm an abduction before they ever issue an alert. This is essential when determining the level of risk to this child. So please, somebody tell me if if law enforcement has to, they are required to confirm that a child has been abducted before issuing an Amber Alert. Tell me, why were we not given any description of who may have took summerwells or what vehicle she may have been took in? Why have we not been given anything? We've not even been given any updates about the Amber Alert itself. Yeah, they came out and said, they searched here and they searched there. But if y'all will go back online, because I did it this morning and last night, go back online. Just look up the Carlie Trent case. That's all you got to look up. Because, that, like I said, that doesn't differ. It's the same county, same town, same everything. Sheriff's office, police force, everything is exactly the same. The only difference was the spokesperson for TBI. Go back and look. They gave updates like every other day. They showed pictures of what this man bought in the store. They showed pictures of lipstick that he bought for her, for nail polish that he bought for her. They showed pictures of what brand of underwear he bought for Carlie. They were not holding anything back. They literally told the public what was going on. When there was tips come in from out of state, they told what state it was. They told what happened. They told whether there was an Amber Alert put out in that state for Carlie. Tell me, please, somebody explain this to me. There's got to be a TBI agent or a lawyer, a judge, somebody, just a regular cop that watches these videos that can explain to me how they can justify putting an Amber Alert out for summer without any other information. She's missing. We issued an Amber Alert. We're not going to tell you guys anything about what's going on. You are not allowed to look for this child, and you have no right to know anything else. Excuse me? That's not what the Amber Alert was started for. That's not how the Amber Alert works in any other case besides Summers. Can somebody explain it to me what's going on here? I know we've been almost 2 years asking this question, but like everybody's waiting for Dawn and Candace to finally, give something up, break down and tell something. I'm waiting on Ronnie Lawson, one of the cops from Hawkins County, one of the TVI agents, somebody to finally crack and tell us what's going on when it comes to this or the 911 call. I know it's been long. I know I've been ranting and raving, guys. I hope you've learned something out of this. And if you didn't, you had to listen to me yammer on. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you on the next video. You all have a great day. God bless. And y'all start digging and doing some research on this. I tried to look for if there is a rule or regulation about what we are supposed to be as public supposed to be told when an Amber Alert is put out there, but I can't find anything. I mean, I know we're supposed to be giving information. Why weren't we given any in Summer's case? That's all I'm asking. See you on the next video, guys.